Okay, but then more problems started. And at one point, Taiwan felt the Stinky Bug needed to be killed.
Yes.
What was that over?
Okay, he already formed the White Tiger, right? And Taiwan was on the run, remember? He was on the run with the Baltimore case. And during that time, Mango and Apple was still inside during that time. So I came to Taiwan, I said, listen, I think your case could work it out. Let me see if I could get you out of this jam, right? I said, maybe at least come back on the street. So I went to see the lawyer, and then the lawyer says, okay. Within a week, he came back and told me, he said, yeah. The lawyer says the prosecutor agreed that they going to agree to the $5,000 bail, but he had to go back to court, right, to attend the court date, whenever. So I went back and gave him this message, because those days, every week, I go see him. His cut, even those two were sitting behind bar, I got to go see the family and give them their cut evenly. So we're not running the same, what Nicky did, right? So like we say, we split everything. Anything that we split, profit or everything, loss, profit or whatever you say. So we split it. So I see Taiwan every week. I see the family every week. So I don't like to hold on to this stuff. So I see them every week. I give them a cut, and then, so 1 week when I saw Taiwan, I said, yeah, it could be done. I said, you go and surrender with this lawyer, and he's going to make arrangement for you with the prosecutor. Everything's done, or they agree to the $5,000 bail. And then, so this next week, you got to go there. And then the last thing I know, he says, make sure you have that money for me to bail me out that day, right? And don't let me jammed up and go to Rikers Island and bail me from there, because it's a long process trying to bail somebody out from Rikers Island. I said, yeah, don't worry about it. I have somebody wait before that time. So which got him out within 2 weeks. And nobody knew that he came home. Like, came back on the street, Nobody, because he's always come out during the nighttime, real late, and then maybe within an hour or two, he left. You don't see him no more. So basically, people just knew that I was the only one on the street. So it happened one day within that 2 weeks that he was bailed out. He saw a Stinky Bug in the restaurant, and then he sent a guy after him, and that didn't work. And what happened?
Taiwan tried to get Stinky Bug killed. It didn't work.
Yeah.
They assumed that you were behind it.
Yeah,
The next day, the White Tiger sent a guy named Irving Wu to kill you.
Yes, correct.
Tell me what happens.
During that night, but an early incident before that, about a week before that, I seen this guy. Well, that day it was raining, and then I drove down to my street, and I had a guy who was waiting for me, and then I had to run up the apartment, our safe place, and then I bumped into one of our guys, and I asked him, I said, who's that guy downstairs that I never see? That's Irving, actually. Eventually, that's Irving. So this face I never seen before. He looks funny, like I felt something about him. And he said he was wearing a trench coat and a raincoat and a hat. I think that day he wanted to do something to me, but it wasn't the time, I guess. So now, I don't know what happened, but eventually that's just the guy who shot me. And then what happened was that when I came down, he wasn't there. That was early, that's a little bit earlier, a week earlier. Then the second time I saw him, and when I came down, most of the time when I came down my street, it's basically not in the morning, it's in the afternoon, like 2 or 3. That's when I saw him too, about 3 o'clock. And this guy's acting very strange. But he was a far distance away from me, and I could spot him. He had an army jacket coat on. It was it was on April, because that's when I got shot on April. Yeah. So he had an army jacket on. I said, it doesn't look right. The weather, so warm, why would he wear a fucking army jacket? I was thinking, oh, fuck, man, maybe one of those idiots, who cares? So now I went into the restaurant, Big Wong. It was well known for like noodle. It's a noodle shop. They were one of the best. So I went inside, and a bunch of our guys were sitting on a round table, with 10, 12 of them. I sat with them and boasted a little bit, and took the bill and paid, and then my beeper. Those days we didn't have no cell phone. So I had a beeper, and then I got to return the call. So when I step out of the restaurant, there's about, right in front of the restaurant, there's 3 Chinese pagoda, a telephone booth. So they one against each other, they're all together. So when I make that phone call, soon as I hang up the payphone, and I probably walk about 5 steps, and Irving came out, but I didn't know it was Irving then. So when he stuck, literally, he stuck the gun. I could touch the gun, and then right at that moment, I'm a very quick guy, very fast acting. So I tilted. I didn't even see him yet. That thing went off. Boom. I got pushed back. I pushed me a little bit. While I was pushed forward a little bit. Then I was a little bit bent, pushing that way, and my head was down. And he added another bullet to my back. The one in the back actually hurt me more than the one to my neck, right? Apparently, the doctor said after I went through the surgery, intensive care, told me a fraction here, I would be dead, a fraction here, I would be dead. But at that time, I thought I got shot by the temple. It came throughout my temple because the blood was hot. I told you that day was warm, too. So that kid was wearing that army jacket. I was skeptical. How come he would wear an army jacket? That got my attention. But I didn't know he was right next door where those housings at, they got stairs going up, apartments. He was hiding inside that building. So he could see me by looking out from, in the hallway that, certain distance that he could see me on the telephone booth. So that's when I hung up the phone. He came out from there, and the first shot he did was to my head. So he thought I was dead, so, that took care of me. This is an add-on. But wind up this add-on, broke like 2 ribs and punctured my lung. I couldn't even breathe. So now, this kid, so he went that way. Now, I was pushed forward, and I was holding my temple. I thought the hole came on my temple. I was so stupid, right? By the time if it hit my temple, I would be dead right there and then. But the blood was skirting out. It was hot blood. So I went to the police precinct. I didn't run because I got the concept of running, like exercise, will actually make your blood increase faster, pump faster. It will come out more. So I was walking quickly to the fifth precinct. It's around the corner. Then I got them two detectives. As soon as I walked in, they grabbed me. They already knew who I am. They grabbed a wooden chair, just sat in the lobby, and set me there. One guy went to the back and got a stack of black books, and kept flipping them. Is that the guy who shot you? I said, no. Do you know him? I said, I don't know him. No. Then it was a big puddle of blood around me. Then one of the sergeants came in, walking in the prison. He said, "You fucking idiot, you two guys. You better get him to the hospital right now before he's dead, and then you got nobody to talk to." Right? So they took me to the police car and then drove me to Beekman, right? While they was driving me to Beekman, I said, oh, shit. I was conscious. I was still conscious, but I was losing breath. I couldn't hardly breathe. I look at I was thinking about where they're going to take me to Beekman. Oh, man. This hotel is like a roast check-in. You check in, you cannot check out. A lot of people die over there. A lot of our guys die in Beekman, not St. John or St. Vincent. Where the same spot where they took 2 bodies out, one goes to St. Vincent and one goes to Beekman. The one Beekman died, I don't care where he shot in the arm, he's dead. Right? The one shot in the brain, he's still alive. And that's how it is. So I said, when they told me to St. Vincent, that really hit me that, oh man. So now, by the time they throw me in the stretcher, and all the nerves, everything, they would start cutting my pan with a razor blade and everything. So the tube was sticking in everywhere. They're giving me shot. The last thing I said, let me see what time I'm will be dead. I want to know. Thinking about what I was thinking, all my people go over there, 80% doesn't survive. So I said, oh man, let me just see it. What time I died. So I went searching for the clock. My head was this way, up and down on the stretcher. And I finally spotted the clock was, 4:45. That. I said, okay. Then I completely knocked out.
Right. But then 3 days later, you woke up.
Yeah.
And you spent 10 days in the hospital.
Yeah, correct.
And eventually you got out.
Yeah.
Okay. And then after that, you end up going back to Hong Kong.
Yeah, I travel a lot. Yes, correct.
Okay. Was it because of the danger in New York of getting shot again?
I was recuperating.
Okay.
And actually, Taiwan was making his move. So I let him making his move, let him do what he wants to do. Yeah.
Okay. So you basically go to Hong Kong, you start meeting up with the triad leaders.
Yeah.
And the
correct.
triad and the movie industry was kind of mixed together out there. Some of the triad leaders were actually movie stars, and you kind of started getting into the movie business at that point.
Yeah, let's put it this way. If you are a movie star or a singer in Hong Kong, if you wasn't related to any connection with triad, you cannot stand. There's no way you could survive in Hong Kong back in the days, yes. There had to be somebody, woman too. Woman or men, doesn't matter.